Hey, what's up? I'm Rafael Di Furia, aka Rafi Diazmi, and I'm not your average gringo. So today we're going to be trying something out a little bit new, but I'm sure there's at least a few of you wondering, if you've been watching the past few weeks, about how all of a sudden I went from completely clean shaven to a little bit of stubble last week to a full-blown case of fur face. Magic! Let's just call it that for now. But don't worry, Clean Shaven Rafi is going to be back next week with another video about things to think about before moving to a new country, so make sure you're subscribed for that. So again, like I said, I wanted to try something new today, and behind me is a Christmas market. Right now I'm in the Italian region of Alto Adige, otherwise known as Südtirol, but why does it have two names? That's another subject for another video. But part of the reason why this area has two names is because it's got a very strong Germanic influence, both culturally and linguistically, and part of the cultural influence comes in the form of Christmas markets, German-style Christmas markets. Right now I'm in a small city called Merano, or Meran, depending on the language again, and we're going to be checking out this market here, and then later on we're going to be going over to Bolzano, Bolzano, the largest city in the region, and we're going to check out the market there. Let's get going. If you haven't guessed already, this part of Italy isn't typically Italian. In this area, German is the native language of the majority of its residents. You'll even find some people who were born and raised here that don't even speak Italian. But that only becomes more common when you're outside of the major towns of Bolzano and Merano. Year-round in Italy, you can always find some handmade goodies, and Alto Adige isn't any different. But at these Christmas markets, you can find the best of the best out on parade for all the public to see. And just to name a few local favorites, you can find things like strudel, bratwurst, and sandwiches made in large soft pretzels, as well as other German specialties. But you can also find other handcrafted goods made from leather and wool, like slippers, hats, sweaters, and jackets. Not to mention all of the hand-carved wooden objects as well as hand-blown glass ornaments. These kinds of Christmas markets are truly a uniquely European experience that would be difficult to find in many other parts of the world. And even the markets that I've seen outside of Europe that try to recreate this can't even come close. You can only get the genuine experience when you're at the genuine place. One thing that I find quite refreshing about a market like this is just about everything that you'll find here is top quality. Everything from the hats to the hamburgers. If you're like me and from North America, you'll find a lot of things here have a familiar feel to them, but when you get down to it, they're just a bit different. For example, these candy canes here, none of them are peppermint flavored. Only fruity flavors can be found here. But even with all of the hand-painted ornaments and all of the handmade toys, really, when it comes down to it, my absolute favorite parts of these markets are the food and drinks available. All kinds of hot, delicious beverages, alcoholic and non-alcoholic drinks are available, so even children can take part in the festivities. Unlike a regular German-style Christmas market that you might find in a country like Germany or Austria, because we're in Italy, sometimes you can also find some Italian treats too, like pizza or Italian sausage in a roll with hot grilled peppers and onions. But then you'll also find some dishes that take inspiration from both cultures. For example, one of the vendors at the market in Merano specializes in a brick oven pizza that has potato and speck on the top of it. For those of you who don't know, speck is a cured pork product somewhere in between bacon and prosciutto. Speck is sometimes eaten in a sandwich, or sometimes like how in the US you might find bacon bits. Like here it's common to see it on burgers, or melted in cheese on top of something. Or, like you see here, you can find speck on pizza. If you like cheese, this is a great area for you. There are so many small local farms here, many of which have about an average of 12 or so cows, but all of which are typical South Tyrolean mountain farms. The milk takes 24 hours to get from cow to the supermarkets and the refrigerated displays. South Tyrolean dairy products are produced especially close to nature, and production is based on healthy animals. Annually, over 90 different types of cheese are made here using the local milk. fun thing is that the winter cheer doesn't end in the market. It extends and overflows into the city's center. No matter where you go, there's no escape. It's Christmas time. So as I'm sure you've noticed, it's gotten dark out, so that means I'm gonna have to continue tomorrow with Bolzano, but don't worry, that's up next. Day 2, new day, new scarf, new market. So right now I'm still in Merano, but on my way, just walking to the train station here to go to Bolzano. Yeah, of course, no big deal. I mean, just the Alps just in the background. Nothing special, just some mountains in the backdrop. No big deal. Alto Adige has a really great and reliable train system. It's also very efficient and easy to purchase and validate your ticket. For locals, it's even easier. All you have to do is swipe your card, choose the location like you see me doing here, and that thumbs up means you're ready to go. But if you're traveling here, be sure to hold on to your ticket. Don't throw it away. They do sometimes have a conductor who comes by to check the tickets. From Merano to Bolzano, it's only about 40 minutes, and the trains really do follow their schedules, unlike some other parts of the country. When they say a train will depart at 11:46, they mean it departs at 11:46. It really is a beautiful ride, especially in the spring and summer, when you see from the bottoms of the valleys to the tops of the mountain, everything is completely green. And while you're on the train, there aren't too many stops at the villages, so your view is constantly changing. And even at some of the points near Bolzano, you can see all the way to the Dolomite Mountains. Alright, so another little time warp. It got dark again. This is what happens in the winter. Things get dark pretty early. Right now I'm in front of the Bolzano train station. Nice little train station. It's very cute and cozy. Okay, cold and cozy I should say. I wouldn't even say cozy, but it's a train station. Anyway, now I'm going to show you the Christmas market, which is just up the street from here, only a few minutes away. So let's head up there. Basically, it's more or less the same as what you have in Merano, so we're not going to see too much of the stalls and all that kind of stuff, but I do want to show you something. Each of the Christmas markets I've been to in this region are all quite similar, with similar decorations and similar dishes, but each market has its own flavor and a few things that you might not find at the others. For those of you thinking about coming to this area, keep in mind almost everything that you're seeing is either across the street or maximum a few minutes walk away from the Bolzano train station. Unlike in Merano, where it's about a 15 to 20 minute walk or a few minutes on the bus. You'll get reminded that this region is more typically Austrian than Italian. So right now I'm here in the center of Bolzano, Bozen, on Piazza Walter, or otherwise known as Walterplatz, for the Christmas festival. We're gonna go check out two different things today. We're going to check out firstly Gluhwein. If you don't know what that is, you'll know soon. Delicious. I like it, a lot of people don't. And then the other thing is this beautiful pretzel, and they have both of these things at both of the markets. So these just happen to be two of my favorite things. This pretzel, just imagine a croissant and a pretzel had a child together, and then you mix in a little bit of cheese melted on top, like a Parmesan Asiago cheese. It's absolutely delicious. Totally worth checking out, so let's get to it. Alright, so about to get some Gluhwein and also some hot apple cider. What's Gluhwein? It's a spiced hot wine, mulled. What kind of spices and what kind of wine? Was ist das? Einmal Gluhwein und zweimal heiß Apfelsaft. Danke. Cool. Anyway, this stuff is good for the health. Puts hair on your chest. Prost, guys. One other thing I forgot to mention on camera is that when you're purchasing these hot drinks at all of these markets, if they're served in ceramic mugs, you'll likely also have to pay a deposit fee for the cup that you can get back once you return it. Or maybe I should say, if you return it. Wink, wink. Hallo, einmal Käsebrezel bitte. Dankeschön. Schönen Abend. Tschüss. Okay, so I've got the goods. Look at this thing. It is absolutely huge. It is the size of my face. I mean, can you believe this? Good stuff. I'm gonna save the rest for later. Another popular staple here is dried meat. You can find all kinds of salamis and hams in the Italian styles and the German styles. There is absolutely no shortage here. And unlike some other foods, that is absolutely not unique to this time of year. And chocolates, don't even get me started how many kinds of chocolates you can find. And all of the baked goods you can imagine. So many different kinds of Christmas cookies and cakes. You will not have any shortage of delicious experiences here. So just walking around, they're doing some advertisement for Red Bull, so they're not a sponsor, but hey, bottoms up. Ugh. Okay, I shouldn't say that. It actually wasn't so bad, but I don't think I've ever had a Red Bull before. But they're handing them out, so why not? Alright, so I realized that some things may be looking a little out of order when it's light, when it's dark, but we plan and strange things happen. So today some of the footage got a little bit out of order. Some parts were light when it should have been dark and dark when it should have been light. This is life. Things don't always go to plan. You just have to be ready to roll with it. But anyway, I just got back. That's it for this time. Wanted to say a quick thanks for watching and subscribing. I hope you enjoyed this video. And really, I wanted to say a big thank you to Hassan for helping me film in Bolzano. Thanks for Lindsay to coming out and joining us. And also thanks Mattia for helping to organize some of the things in Bolzano. Anyway, if you've ever been to this area before, let me know down in the comments section below, or if you're curious to maybe see a different part of Italy, let me know what you thought about this video, because this is a different sort of thing. Anyway, as always, it's an open conversation, and of course, I'm Rafael Di Furia, aka Rafi D is me, and I'm not your average gringo, and I'll see y'all next time. Later. Just want to say a quick thanks for watching and subscribing. I hope you enjoyed my latest video. For more content like this, check out my last video right over here. Very unlikely. I've had to get old documents that start back from the 1800s. Even before I could start the legal process, it took me years just to get all of the documents